Folks, tonight I want to show you one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited. It's a golf course in Southern Ireland, down in County Cork, and it's called Old Head. Old Head. And this is some video I shot back in 2007 while on assignment for Tour de Links Golf. I think still does golfing tours of Ireland and Scotland. I just wanted to share this with you. That's the old lighthouse. This is the same hole I was just shooting. I just fell in love with this place. It's out on a peninsula with very high cliffs around it. Here's the old lighthouse, which was built back in the 1850s, and I've actually got a interview with a gentleman here in a minute that will tell you about the lighthouse and about the golf course. It is spectacular. Two brothers built this. I'm not going to give too much away. I'll let him talk. But I went to shoot this for the company, the golf company, and shot a whole lot more photos than I did video here, which I hate that I did that. This is only 5 minutes and 30 seconds of video I have here, but boy was it something else. So we're looking south, kind of, and a very narrow little strip of land that you ride out to get there. The whole thing is almost an island, and it's it's quite large, about 220 acres or so of land out there, and they've built a really world-class golf course. Now, some of it looks a little dark because the clouds are changing here and there, and but I didn't monkey with this video at all. It's just the old HV20 that I had, old Canon HV20, first high-definition camcorder I ever owned. And so we've got a gentleman named Bill that's going to come up here just in a moment, and he's going to tell us more about the Old Head just in a moment, and then I'll pick back up with some more commentary. Bill, tell me a little bit about this course, Old Head.
Old Head was the idea of two brothers, Patrick and John O'Connor. They bought the land 20 years ago, and it took them fully 10 years to get all the permissions and all the work completed. So the course has now been open for 10 years. The site is quite unique. Originally, it is said it gave its name to the people of Ireland because it's been an encampment here for many, many thousands of years. The lighthouse is the third of three lighthouses that were built here. The first lighthouse was in the 16th century, then the second lighthouse was in the 17th century, and the third lighthouse was built in 1859, I think. Might have been 1853, but let's not argue about 6 years. It's now completely automatic lighthouse, and it is obviously a great feature of the golf course. But the greatest feature, of course, are the cliffs round about the course. They're really quite spectacular and quite unique. It's just that it's such a wonderful golfing challenge. People come off the golf course and are just blown away by the splendour of the place. And I ask them sometimes, what is it so special about the Old Head? And they said, it's the scenery. I said, what scenery? There's only ocean here. But I know what they mean. It's just when we go to the next hole and stop and look at the 12th, you'll see what I mean. It's really quite wonderful.
So I did actually shoot a little bit of these guys here, knocking a few balls around. Mostly I was there to shoot photography though, and I did get bits of video. So look at some of this. This is unbelievable. And yeah, the best is yet to come here. The cliffs do fall off about 300 feet in some places. So there's a shot coming up here in a moment. It's actually of that cliff, only a different angle, that shows just how precipitous those cliffs are. And I mean, folks, it is just gorgeous. I'm not a golfer. I'm there more. I enjoyed the scenery in the lighthouse more than anything. This was an assignment for me, and I think I zoom in here in a minute. We'll see. There's some people now below those structures. See that kind of lighthouse-looking thing up on the hill down below it? In just a minute, you'll see some people, and that'll give you some perspective as to how high these cliffs are. And it's beautiful. The gulls, screeching around, and the waves splashing. The water's so beautiful, just azure blue. And I don't know. This was my first day in Ireland on this shoot. We flew into Shannon. Here we go. Now you can see those people down there. Just there you see them on the bottom of the right corner. That shows you how high the cliffs are. But we flew into Shannon and then went down through Limerick and traversed the countryside till we came to Old Head. That was my first day on this shoot. And so this is all 1080i video back from 2007. So this was back before I had a progressive camera or anything, but boy, it did a great job. The old Canon HV20. Here's a little better view of the lighthouse again. And I end up with these shots here just in a moment. I shoot some more of the rocks and the water and the seagulls. But splendid place. If you're a golfer, I think you'd really enjoy this place. It's just something else to see. Really worth a visit. Now, we continued on that night and went all the way up to, I think, a place called Ballybunion. I'm going to show little bits and pieces of that as well, because once again, all the golf courses I experienced in Ireland were fantastic. Scotland as well, but this is one of my favorites.